Okay, as we continue our discussion, the next thing we're going to do is we realize that as you grow and become more and more successful, you're going to be more and more worldwide. Whether you realize it or not, if your product is available to be sold worldwide, the network marketing and MLM model actually facilitates this very, very well as long as your system is prepared for it. So some of the things you have to think about are international capabilities. You need to ask your vendor, if I decide to start doing business in another country, is there an additional charge for that? That's a fair question. Well, in our case, the answer is no. There is no additional charge for that. You can open in as many countries as you want. But things that you have to consider, obviously, the first thing is language. So everything that's presented to the public on the web should be language driven. So if I decide I want to see it in English, I can see it in English. If I need to see it in Japanese, I can see it in Japanese. See it in Spanish, I can see it in Spanish. There should be translation capabilities built into the system that are included, not cost extra, they're included, and allow you to manage that so you don't have to engage a translation bureau if you don't want to. You can, but you don't have to. So you can literally open in a new country by just configuring the system and go for it. The next thing you have to talk about is currency, obviously, because you know, if I'm an American buying a product through one of your shopping cart and it's presenting a currency to me that is not mine, number one, I'm confused. Number two, I think the system's broken for some reason. So the system has to include the capabilities to transfer or translate any price from one currency to another on the fly. This is not hard-coded into the system. This is using conversion rates to actually translate those values on the fly. So $100 in USD might be, I don't know what the exact rate is, but it might be 1,000 yen in Japan. That should all happen automatically and seamlessly to the shopper, but the compensation plan is aware of it and can handle the way it works internally so that the commissions are paid properly regardless of which currency it was bought in. This is one of the areas that people overlook all the time. So be very aware of that and make sure your system has those capabilities. The other thing that you have to be aware of when doing business internationally is local taxation rules. If you don't have a system that knows about, like for instance, we have sales tax in the United States, but in Britain they have VAT tax, and a lot of Europe has VAT tax. Okay, and there's other taxes like that in other countries. The system needs to have the capability to handle that, and configurably, not custom programming or hard-coded. Okay. The other thing is a Forex capability, which allows, it's kind of an advanced feature, but if you have it, you can leverage the currency exchange rate to your benefit. That's all I'm going to go into it for here. But just be aware that if you have that capability, if you're dealing in a currency that has a lot of fluctuations, you can actually profit from that if you have everything set up correctly, or you can keep the prices stable even as the currency fluctuates. That's what Forex does for you. Very important. Think about it.